Coach.
How much does this bowl game, the result, kind of determine whether or not the season, in your mind, is a success?
Well, I don't know that you can say success or failure, but there's no question that a bowl win at any level, whether you're coming off an 11-2 record or coming off an 11-1 record, which we did in the past 2 years. We lost one bowl, we lived with it for 8 months. We won the other, we lived with it for 8 months. So I think what this does, it propels you into the next season, and it sort of sets the tone. I don't think it translates into success or failure the next season as evidence of this, but at the same time, it makes those 8 months a lot easier to deal with and live with, and you feel yourself moving forward when you win after a bowl game. And I would say that whether you're coming into game 6-6 or whether you're coming into the game 11-2 like we were last year, or 10-2, 10-3 like we were last year.
Mark, what have you learned about yourself and your program throughout this last 3 months, and maybe dating back to January and April?
Well, I learned that we have a great foundation at Michigan State in our football program right now, that we've got great chemistry, that our players expect to win, that winning hangs on a thread sometimes. It can go either way. But the real result of who we are and what we do is what you see from our players on a day-to-day basis. It's not just about winning football games. I'm not naive to that. I've said that many, many times. But it's how you go about your business and what they're able to gain from their experiences here, and just not as a football player, but from their overall experiences. And I think if we keep that in mind as we move forward, we're going to be a successful program. Winning will take care of itself. If we start to be divisive and think about only ourselves, that's when things start to fall apart. But I've learned that our football team is built on character, and I'm very, very proud of our players and the way that they've handled things.
What are some of the moments this year that have told you that it's been on solid ground?
Well, I think that the fact that we've lost 5 games by a total of 13 points, we've never really caved in, that we kept playing every single game, and we came to play every single game, and we were prepared mentally, and we were fresh, and we were enthusiastic, and we had that kind of response after every tough loss. Gives you an indication that our football team is resilient. We expect to win. I feel like we can play against anybody in the country and win. There's the opposite's true as well. There's every program that we play against has that ability to win as well. So you take it for what it's worth, but you always make sure that you're always lined up, got your ducks in a row, prepared mentally and physically to do the very best that you can do.
So was that when maybe at Notre Dame or?
Oh, you want specific games?
Well, was there a point even where you were really looking for that, to see the bounce back, and there was a bit of nerves, because that's a real telling moment?
Well, there's nerves every game, but I think that when you come off of losing to Michigan 12-10 in the last 6 seconds of the game, and you've got the win, and you lose it away, and it's a big rival game, and then you go to play Wisconsin the next week, and things aren't going very, very well offensively, but you put together a drive and then you win in overtime, is a huge swing, momentum-wise, and it's a proving ground to where we're at as a character of our football team. The same thing could be said after tough losses against Nebraska and Northwestern. 2 games that I feel like we could have easily won. All these games we could have won. But nevertheless, we just kept playing. We got ourselves ready to play the Minnesota game, and played ourselves through things. We played ourselves a little bit off a cliff, if you would.
Mark, Coach Patterson said that he's watching the Notre Dame-Michigan State film more than any, because that, in his mind, basically sums up these 2 teams. Is there a particular game of theirs that you're paying closer attention to than any?
Yeah, we've gone all the way back and watched a little bit of Wisconsin from their Rose Bowl experiences, which maybe their players are a little bit different, but somewhat of who they are defensively and who we are offensively sort of merits that. From a defensive standpoint, you look at Nebraska. You look at them as a little bit of Nebraska, as a little bit of them of Boise State. Some of those things of that nature, how they played against Boise State. Boise State's a game we've watched a lot. Oklahoma State we've watched a lot. Baylor. We've watched them all, really. But, offensively, they are who they are. But there's certain games that you see they have so many young players playing, they may change. There's an evolution of who they are as they move forward, with so many young players playing.
Coach Patterson says not